Instagram T-Ho pages come in, clip one of my stories and post it on their page, it's always a plethora of niggas and a plethora of bitches in the comments talking about who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her she's not a real hoe? Who's gonna tell her she ain't never had no real pimp? Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Okay, oh my god. I never had a real pimp. I've never been a real hoe. Okay, and bitch, who gives a fuck? Like, first and foremost, you got two different caliber of bitches. You got the type of bitches that can go outside, sell their ass from sun up to sundown, give a nigga all their money, and they're content with that. They're content with not fucking a nigga, not catching no feelings, not being his bitch for real. They're content with just having a strict business relationship with the nigga. Then you got bitches like me. Bitch, I like the back. Any nigga that I work with, fucking body 10 times a day. I don't give a fuck. Yes. Any nigga that's really, you're my boyfriend. You're acting like my boyfriend. You're opening my door. You're sucking my toes. You're licking my pussy. You're doing everything that I asked you to do. Straight the fuck up. We're going on dates. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like, bitch, any nigga that I'm with is my nigga for real.
Yeah, they have a lot of in-house fighting in the lifestyles. They have a lot of in-house fighting and back and forth and bickering back and forth in the lifestyle between the pimps, the women, the 304s that have pimps, and the 304s who doesn't have pimps, which is called renegades. Told y'all, for those of you who don't know, you're going to get well educated on a lifestyle looking at my channel. The ones who are working independent and they don't have a pimp, those are what they call renegades. And the renegades and the 304s, the 304 renegades and the 304s who have pimps are constantly going back and forth with each other. Because the ones that do have a pimp makes the ones who don't have a pimp, they talk down on them. They ostracize them like you're not a real 304 if you don't have a pimp. You're not a 304 if you don't have a pimp. They make it seem like you have to, like it's a requirement, like you have to have it. First of all, pimping hasn't been around as long as the oldest profession has been around. The oldest profession was in the Bible. Pimping was not in the Bible. So with that being said, no, you don't need a pimp to be a 304. You don't need a pimp to do. That's just coonery and buffoonery, BS, bullshit. Just to try to get those women who are doing it and are successful at doing it without a pimp, trying to get them to be with a pimp. For what? Give all your money, not some, but all your money to a pimp for what? For a security guard? You can secure your own self. Get your own, and you can secure your own self. You do not need a pimp for that. And really, pimps are supposed to be their everything. Their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their lover. Whatever they are lacking or missing or need this hole that's empty and need this hole fulfilled, that's where the pimp is supposed to fulfill that hole, to be their everything. Because a lot of times when these women are in the lifestyle, they don't have families, you know. A lot of them come from messed up backgrounds, the system, foster system, and the pimps and his stable of women becomes a family. So they kind of make a makeshift family, if you would say, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of these women be looking for, like a family unit, because they didn't have that growing up and they don't have that now. So this is what the pimps provide for them, because they don't have that, and that's a basic human need. You know, they be longing for that family unit type of thing, and that pimp provides that. But other than that, you don't really need no pimps, and that's crazy because they actually pay for that, man. It's wild.
Let them Instagram T-Ho pages come in, clip one of my stories and post it on their page. It's always a plethora of niggas and a plethora of bitches in the comments talking about who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her she's not a real hoe? Who's gonna tell her she ain't never had no real pimp? Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Okay, oh my god. I never had a real pimp. I've never been a real hoe. Okay, and bitch, who gives a fuck? Like, first and foremost, you got two different caliber of bitches. You got the type of bitches that can go outside, sell their ass from sun up to sundown, give a nigga all their money, and they're content with that. They're content with not fucking a nigga, not catching no feelings, not being his bitch for real. They're content with just having a strict business relationship with the nigga. Then you got bitches like me. Bitch, I like the back. Any nigga that I with, bitch, will fucking body 10 times a day. I don't give a fuck. Yes. And any nigga that's really, you're my boyfriend. You're acting like my boyfriend. You're opening my door. You're sucking my toes. You're licking my pussy. You're doing everything that I asked you to do. Straight the fuck up. We're going on dates. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like, bitch, any nigga that I'm with is my nigga for real.
This lifestyle, y'all, this is one of the most entertaining lifestyles on the face of the earth. I swear. So there's a lot of in-house fighting to be a pimp, to not be a pimp, to have a pimp, to not have a pimp. That's always constant bickering between, the two, because the 304s who have pimps tries their hardest to make a 304 who don't have a pimp feel bad, ostracize them, talk down on them, and I don't know. They're gonna do that until they eventually go out and get a pimp. Or some of them stand strong, stand tall, and say, "Look, I'm not doing that. Y'all, that's for y'all. It's not for me, and I'm not doing that." And it's a never ending, constant battle in the lifestyle, in the in-home lifestyle. It's just between those three: the pimp, the 304s who have pimps, and the 304s who don't have pimps. It's the constant, never ending back and forth debate, argument, fuss. It just don't stop. It just don't stop. The ones who don't have a pimp got something negative to say about the ones who do have a pimp. The ones who do have a pimp has something negative to say about the ones who don't have a pimp. And the pimp have something negative to say because the girls are to the girls are not picking them, and it's just crazy. It's bananas. It's nuts. But on that note, I would love to hear y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on this particular subject. I would love to hear your perspective. Tell me what you think about the in-house fighting between a pimp, the 304s who have pimps, and the renegades, the 304s who don't have pimps. Do you feel that a woman being out there doing what she's doing, do you feel that she needs one? Do you think she needs a pimp? Get down in those comments. Let me know how you feel. What you think. What's your take on that? Smash the like button. But before I end this video, I must tell you this. I personally like the ones without a pimp. And here's why. The ones without a pimp is better for a client, for a customer. Like a client or a customer or a trick or whatever you want to call them will deal with them. Who will deal with the ones who have a pimp. They definitely will get with them, but you know the difference. You feel the difference between the ones who do have a pimp and the ones who don't. And this is why. The ones who don't have a pimp, it feels more natural. It really feels like you're chilling with a friend or a girlfriend. Like, the ones that have a pimp, just you feel, you don't even have to see him to know that this girl is being controlled, because they are too robotic. They're too robotic. you know, yeah, too mechanical. And that's the ones who, it's easy to tell the ones who don't have a pimp and the ones who don't. If she is robotic, like real mechanical, she has a pimp. If she ain't trying to befriend you or talk to you like you cool, like you a friend, if she's talking to you like you are a like you are it, like you an object, like you just nothing. I mean, not in a disrespectful way, but just talking to you like you're not even human. She has a pimp. The ones who are independent talk to these guys like they're human, like they're people. And they treat them like that. They hang with them like that. They talk to them. They spend their time like they're people. It really feels like you're messing with someone outside of the lifestyle when you dealing with someone who don't have a pimp. When you dealing with someone who do have a pimp, it feels like you are dealing with someone in the lifestyle. The feeling is different. The actions is different. The exchange is different. The transaction is different. The conversation is different. It is just a different vibe, y'all. It's what I'm saying. It's a different vibe. If you the type of person and you want to be with a woman and it feels just like y'all kicking it, like you been knowing her for years and like y'all buddies, like y'all friends, like y'all lovers, like y'all girlfriends, like y'all boo, like it's your wife, like it's just somebody you just been knowing for years and just a cool little friend. The Renegade, the 304 is the one for you. But if you want one and it feels like she's been controlled, it looks like you can look in her eyes, her movement. It's just real patterned. It's real A, B, C, D. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see that roboticness and the routine, the same routine for each and every client. Hey, baby, put the money on the dresser. Da 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 da. Okay, this is the rules. Da 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 da. Oh, okay. Da da da. Oh, okay. Okay, say thank you, baby. And it's the same thing for the same client. Then the next client come in. Hey, baby, put the money on the dresser. Okay, here's the rules. And you see, it's the same pattern, same routine that the pimp has on this same robotic thing. But when you with the renegades, it's like, hey, how you doing? It's like a regular girl. You like this, not even in a lifestyle. If you want to chill with somebody and it's like you just met her the regular normal way, the renegade is the one for you. It's the renegade. They'll talk and chop it up on the phone with you, told a whole phone conversation. If you're a good phone conversation, is they'll talk to you. This is a prime example of how it feels like you just with a regular girl when you with a renegade. You can talk on the phone with them 30 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. That's being on the phone. That's interacting with a renegade. But with one who have a pimp, it's strictly, hey, how much? In call? Half hour? Quick visit? Da 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 da. Car date? Da da. Okay. What am I? How much? This is how much? Okay. I don't buy. You see the difference? It's in call, out call. Quick visit, half hour, hour. This is my rates. This is how much. Okay. You have Cash App? Okay, let's video verify. Boom. It just feels like you're just talking to this phone operator. You know how you can tell the difference when you're talking to a receptionist, a phone operator, or a service provider on the phone, and you're trying to get something done, and you might call your phone company and say, hey, and it's a difference in that having that type of phone conversation than having a phone conversation with just somebody you just kicking it with. That's the difference. That's the difference. I don't want to make this video too long, y'all, but y'all get down in the comments. Tell me how y'all feel. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to check out my other YouTube channel, New Judge Zone, New Orleans Street Interviews, where I interview women like her. Until then, this is 304 Sweet Addy, and I'm gone. Like, water. Pow.
Let him Instagram Instagram T-Ho pages come in, clip one of my stories and post it on their page, it's always a plethora of niggas and a plethora of bitches in the comments talking about who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her she's not a real hoe? Who's gonna tell her she ain't never had no real pimp? Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Okay, oh my god. I never had a real pimp. I've never been a real hoe. Okay, and bitch, who gives a fuck? Like, first and foremost, you got two different caliber of bitches. You got the type of bitches that can go outside, sell their ass from sun up to sundown, give a nigga all their money, and they're content with that. They're content with not fucking a nigga, not catching no feelings, not being his bitch for real. They're content with just having a strict business relationship with the nigga. Then you got bitches like me. Bitch, I like the fact. Any nigga that I work with for fucking 5 10 times a day. I don't give a fuck. Yes. Any nigga that's really, you're my boyfriend. You're acting like my boyfriend. You're opening my door. You're sucking my toes. You're licking my pussy. You're doing everything that I asked you to do. Straight the fuck up. We're going on dates. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like, bitch, any nigga that I'm with is my nigga for real.